Hello and welcome to another episode of Red Mage Blue Mage. This is Seth and I will be doing a Neon Dynasty limited draft with you today. We drafted a Sultai Saga deck, which relies on quite a bit of synergy with Geothermal Kame and bringing those sagas back to be able to grind out a match, essentially. As mentioned before, we have Geothermal Kame, we have some really good sagas including Behold the Unspeakable, Life of Toshiro Umezawa, The Modern Age, and Akiba Reckoner Raid. If we can keep returning those cards to be able to realize all of those sagas, we should be able to grind out a win here at this point. So let's go ahead and get started. Round 1 here, and we are facing Moon Knight. And we are on the play this time, and we start with 2 islands, a swamp, Awakened Awareness, You Are Already Dead, Tameo Safekeeping, and Fade to Antiquity. We are going to go ahead and mulligan this hand. Even though we do have quite a bit of stuff we can play, it's very slow. So once we mulligan here, yeah, this looks much better here. Now we have an Island, Swamp, Forest, Network Disruptor, Awakened Awareness, Akiba Reckoner Raid, and the Long Reach of Night. So I'm going to go ahead and keep 6 here. Return Awakened Awareness at this point. I don't think it's really strong enough to keep per se, and we don't have 2 islands. So send that away. And here we go. We'll go ahead and play an island. Network Disruptor. Nothing to tap. And opponent's turn. They play a Plains and nothing else. So that is great. We're going to go ahead and go with the Swamp. We will go ahead and play Akiba Reckoner Raid. Gain our life. They lose theirs. Currently 19 to 21. Us. And attack phase. Let's all go ahead and attack with the Network Disruptor. 21-18. Their turn. They play a Swamp. And then they play a Leech Gauntlet. Our turn upkeep. Akiba Reckoner Raid does its thing. 22-17. We draw a Kami of Terrible Secrets. And at this point, we have 2 items that cost 3. I'm going to go ahead and play a Forest here. Go ahead and go to attack. I will attack with my Disruptor. Might as well race a little bit here. Opponent's turn. They play a Swamp. They race with their Leech Gauntlet. 20 to 18. And then they play Cloudsteel Kieran. Okay. Equipped creature has flying and you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Well, isn't that just dandy? Okay, our turn. We now have a Nezumi Road Captain. We draw a Searchlight Companion. We'll go ahead and play a Swamp. One really nice thing here, we can play the Long Reach of Night, and that's really going to put them in a pickle. So let's go ahead and cast that. So now they must sacrifice a creature unless they discard a card. They have 5 cards in hand. I predict they will discard, which they do, and they discard a Plains. Time to attack. We will attack with our Network Disruptor. It has flying, so we'll fly over everything, which was a mistake because the Kieran also has flying too. I forgot all about that. That card is the Devil. Their turn. They play a Swamp. They have 2 Plains, 2 Swamps, and they play Befriending the Moths. Very good for them. 21-14 them. Long Reach of Night. They must discard a card, which they do. They discard another Plains. Okay. We draw a Network Disruptor, to which we play at this time. Let's go ahead and attack with our Road Captain to get 2 in. Scores 14 to 19. We have 14. We'll play Searchlight Companion to get an artifact into play because we will likely play Kami of Terrible Secrets next turn. End of turn. Alright, opponent's turn. Befriending the Moths, they will grant their Leech Gauntlet +1/+1 and flying Attacking for 6 in the air. Okay. If I don't block, that puts me down to 8. That does allow me to cast my Kami of Terrible Secrets and get a benefit of drawing a card and losing a life, which puts me down to 7. I don't think I'll block it this time. 22 to 8. Okay. Opponent plays Undercity Scrounger. Okay. So now I have the Animus of Night's Reach. 0 bonus to that right now. I also have Network Disruptor, Kami of Terrible Secrets, and the You Are Already Dead in hand. So, how do we want to go about this? I think I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Rogue Captain again, because they only have 1 creature that is unblocked. I'll go ahead and attack there. 8 to 20. And then I will cast Kami of Terrible Secrets to get myself something that can block. And we get a swamp. Perfect. That's great. Now we have You Are Already Dead in hand. And we'll see if we can get a combat trick here. Okay, Imperial Moth is in play for the opponent. Current score is 9 to 20. Okay, they attack with the Kieran. They do. So I want to block with the Search Companion. Do that damage. They try and cast Papercraft Decoy. But not before I cast my You Are Already Dead. Yay. Okay, so now that pesky Kieran is out of the way. So the board state right now, I have a Nezumi Road Captain, a Spirit, an Animus of Night's Reach, and a Kami of Terrible Secrets. They have a Leech Gauntlet, an Undercity Scrounger, Imperial Moth, and Papercraft Decoy. I have 9, they have 20. I just drew a Dokuchi Shadow Walker, which I think I might try and get in. Actually, when I drew for the Kami of Terrible Secrets, I actually drew a Moon Circuit Hacker, which would be very, very nice to be able to get in. I think what I'm going to do here is cast my network. I'm in a pickle right now. I don't really have any good attacks at this point. Let's just wait and let's just see what we can do here at this point. No attacks. Let's just pause. It's not the best place to be in. I won't lie. Well, I'm hoping they can be aggressive and make a slight mistake here. We'll see what happens if I can get them on the backswing. Opponent draws their card. They are attacking with the Imperial Moth. Okay. And then they cast a Nezumi Blade Holder. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so the score is 7 to 20. I just drew a Tamio Safekeeping. Let us see what we can do here. They have 2 cards in hand. We have 4. We should really be doing some stuff here at this point. I think I'm going to cast... I wish I had another island. If I cast the Network's Disruptor, I will go ahead and do that. Targeting the Blade Holder. Actually, I should probably do the Scrounger. That way I could at least do 1 damage to something and kill it. I think that is the play. I'm going to do the Blight Blesser here. Probably a mistake, but I'm not going to claim that I'm any good at this game. Let's go to combat. Let's attack with the Road Captain and the Kami Terrible Secrets. Let's see which one gets through. Okay, so they're going to let me have that Road Captain. I'm going to put the Kuchi in. Ninjutsu, yep. So perfect. Submit 1. So 5 damage to them. Now I have a 5/5 out. And I don't think I'm going to lose here on the backswing with this one. And that allows me to... Okay, so they cast You Are Already Dead, which kills my Kami of Ancient Secrets. Of Terrible Secrets, excuse me. 7 to 15. Their board presence is better than ours right now. But I do need to make some moves here. Okay, so they're going to reconfigure their Imperial Moth with their Leech Gauntlet. Yeah, no, that's a good move. So I think I am going to not block because I have the Moon Circuit Hacker, and I really need to draw a card here at this point. So not blocking puts me at 5, puts them at 17. And let's see what happens here. Nothing else. Okay, my turn. Perfect. Okay, so let us go ahead and cast the Okiba Reckoner Raid again. We'll need to get that out in a hurry. Okay, first mode. It is now 6 to 16. Now, let us figure out what we need to do here. I think I can do a nice combat trick here with by attacking with the Disruptor and the Kuchi. So I'm going to attack with both of them. Yeah. Okay, let's start getting aggressive here. Yeah, we have a fine line here that we're trying to meet. Okay, so they're blocking the Papercraft Decoy. Okay, Moon Circuit Hacker, get out there, buddy. Yes, draw me a card. I would love an island. Okay, opponent creates a treasure token because their Papercraft Decoy just got killed by their Undercity Scrounger. Let us draw a card. We get a Memnonic Sphere. Shoot. That is not what we were looking for. Okay. I will end my turn. They cast a Papercraft Decoy. And a Dockside Chef. Wow. Okay. This is looking very, very dicey. Attack phase. They just attack with the Imperial Moth. Interesting. They could have been much more aggressive here with this one, but we will take it. So we'll take 2. Unless there's a combat trick here. They are waiting. And they are thinking. Interesting. I wonder what they could have. They have 2 white mana open and 1 black. I'm interested. And they also have a treasure token. So they do have 4 mana available. Okay, pass to damage. Okay, just attacking for 4. Just attacking for 2 to put me to 4. Current score is 4 to 16. Okay, my turn. We draw a forest. Okiba Reckoner Raid does its thing. Current score 5 to 15. And a pretty poor board presence. I'm going to cast my forest. I think at this time I do need to make a move here at this point. I think what I'm going to do is cast a Grafted Growth on my remaining island so I can make 2 mana of any one color. We'll start there. Put a 1/1 counter on. Probably, it really doesn't matter. I don't want to put too much on that Dokuchi there. Let's spread out the love a little bit and make the Moon Circuit Hacker a 3/2. Okay. Okay, let's add 2 blue mana. I'm going to channel our Memnonic Sphere to draw a card. We draw Life of Toshiro. Fantastic. Now, what to do? Let's go ahead and play that. We can kill their Papercraft Decoy. Though that does draw them a card. Actually, I need to gain life. That is truly where I'm at. So I'm going to go ahead and gain the 2. That puts me 7. Current score is 7 to 15. And then, do I have any... Oops, I will cancel that. Okay, let's go to combat. At this point, I still don't have any attacks, which is really tough. No, I really should be going with that Tamiyo safekeeping. I'm going to attack with the Moonsuka Hacker and then the Dokuchi. This should buy me enough time. Let's go ahead and attack. Very fine line that we're trying to work with. Good. They block the Dokuchi with the Blade Blesser, to which I'm going to play Tamiyo's Safekeeping to get rid of it. To resolve. That gains me 2 life and makes the Dokuchi indestructible. 9 to 15. We are clawing our way back. We're still not out of the woods yet, though. So they sacrifice to the Dockside Chef to draw a card. Okay, the Moon Circuit Hacker trades with the Papercraft Decoy. They draw a card. Not the best, but I have got to do something at this point. Our Animus of Night's Reach does have 4. It would get +4/+0 until end of turn. The opponent plays Era of Enlightenment, currently scrying 2. The current board state, I have a 1/1 Spirit, an Animus of Night's Reach that gets +4/+0, and a Dokuchi Shadow Walker. The opponent just played a Spirited Companion, has a Dockside Chef, an Undercity Scrounger, and an Imperial Moth that has lifelink thanks to its Leech Gauntlet. Now, the opponent plays the Long Reach of Night. And at this point, my board state is very poor, and I think I will be discarding my Network Disruptor at this time. Okay, an opponent attacks with their Imperial Moth to gain 2. Current score is 7 to 17. Now my Life at Toshiro is in play here. I'm going to give their Spirited Companion -1/-1 to kill that. And the Okiba Reckoner Raid is doing its 3rd Saga transformation. So now I have a 2/2 on the battlefield. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, perfect. Well, I just drew a Colossal Sky Turtle, which I am going to cast. Just a second. I'm going to attack first, though. I think that is where we need to be. So, let's go ahead and attack with an Animus and the Dokuchi. Now we have a 4/4 Menace and a 5/5. Ooh, it's a 5/4 actually, excuse me. Whenever I killed that Spirited Companion, it got a lot bigger. So let's see what happens here. I think we are starting to turn it around a little bit. They do not block. Perfect. So it is 7 to 7, and I'm about to play my Colossal Sky Turtle. We'll see what happens. They are tapped out, so it's happening. Okay. I will have to sacrifice a creature, but that will be easy to just sacrifice a spirit. Okay, I will be sacrificing my spirit. Okay, so things are starting to turn around just a little bit. I've got Colossal Sky Turtle, Nezumi Road Captain, Dokuchi, and Animus. All right, I have no cards in hand. Opponent has 2. They just cast Kami of Terrible Secrets, but they are looking. So this is looking a little promising here. We'll see what happens. I draw an island. The opponent passed on their attack phase. Life of Toshiro flips. Now I think we still need to be the aggressor. Yeah, because... Yeah. Okay, so we have a 6/5 we can attack with. Yeah, we need to just go. We have a lot of menace here. We have a lot of big creatures. We're just going to attack with all, and they're going to have to figure it out. That math will be on you, my friend. Have fun. They will definitely have to block, and this is definitely putting them in a hard position. Okay. We'll see where they go. Okay, so they block the Dokuchi with the Kami of Terrible Secrets, the Colossal Sky Turtle with the Imperial Moth, and now they are sacrificing with Dockside Chef. Okay, so now we end up getting them down to 5 after all that. So current score is 7-5. Now, we are going to be in a tough position. I'm going to hold a card in hand to bluff a bit. We have a Memory of Toshiro still up, but everything else is tapped, and they still have three creatures available. Let's see what happens. They play a Plains, and they play a Life of Toshiro. Let's see what they do. Okay, they give their Leech Gauntlet +2/+2 and attack with it. Okay. Well, okay. So, if we don't block, I think I'm not going to block. This is going to put us down to 3, and if we turn around and swing with everything, of course they do have 2 cards in hands and plenty of mana to work with, so let's see what they do. I'm not going to block. This is going to be a little bit greedy, but let's see what happens here. Current score is 7 to me, 5 to opponent. They are attacking with the Leech Gauntlet, which puts me at 3 and them at 9. They play Nezumi Blade Blesser. Our turn, we draw an island, which is really not what we want right now. And they have the creatures to block with. That is the unfortunate part. Now, one thing we do have on our hands, we have a Colossal Sky Turtle, and they do not have any flyers. Okay, so if they could block these two here, they will not have enough. Yeah, I think if we attack with all and say they don't have any combat tricks, this is very, very greedy and aggressive, and I may not be respecting it, but we are going to attack with all because I think we've got it. All attack. This is for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens. We have a lot of menace. We have a lot of big creatures. 6 is going through with the Colossal Sky Turtle. But all of these represent a lot of damage which they need to address. Okay. Okay, so they're going to double block the Animus. They block the Dockside Chef. And they block Toshiro. Even 8 damage. Okay. Well, I'm making them sweat, but little do they know they've won. Unfortunately. I was not very good at math. So they're sacrificing their Dockside with their Dockside Chefs. So we get them down to 1. And that is good game. 0-1.
Does the thought of leading a group through the creative landscapes of your imagination terrify you? Do you worry about being asked questions you don't know the answers to? Have you wanted to try being a dungeon or game master, but your social anxiety has been holding you back? Hi, I'm Amber, and I used to nearly vomit at the idea of running a tabletop RPG. How'd I get over that anxiety? I haven't. Surprise! I'm still an anxious mess, and you can listen to all of it on Shapeshift, where I've recorded 80% of every game I've ever ran. Over the last 4 years, I've run a ton of indie one-shots like Casketland, a weird Western horror game, to my first ever campaign using Ryutama, a Studio Ghibli-like exploration-focused game. Follow me through my journey learning how to GM and to live with my anxiety. It doesn't go away completely, but it does get easier to manage. Go to geekspective.com to find out more information or find Shapeshift on wherever you listen to your podcasts.
On to game 2. We'll be playing Jace the Grey. Opponent will be going first. We start off with 2 islands, a swamp, a forest, a searchlight companion, behold the unspeakable, and fade to antiquity. Wow, this hand is very slow, but that behold is looking mighty fine. I think we're going to keep it. We'll see what happens. Opponent starts off with a mountain and passes. We draw a mnemonic sphere. I'll start off with an island and pass my turn. Opponent plays a swamp and a Dragonspark Reactor. Aha. So when this or another artifact enters the battlefield under his or their control, put a charge counter on Dragonspark Reactor. So it is doing that now. Okay, my turn. We draw a swamp. Not what we're looking for, but I tell you what, we have the medicine for this. Let's go ahead and play our own swamp. We'll go ahead and cast the Mnemonic Sphere. Let's just do something here at this point. You can sit there on the side for now. Opponent casts another swamp. We have our own respective artifacts. And then an Iron Apprentice shows up. 2 Iron Apprentices. Okay. That is fine. That is fine. I'm going to go ahead and cast a forest here. I could hold up a Fade to Antiquity, but there's really no point in something like that. Unless we really think that Dragonspark Reactor is going to be a problem. It costs 4 mana. I really don't think they're going to cast that for 4 next turn. If they want to spend their entire turn doing that, we welcome that. I think instead I'm going to cast Searchlight Companion. This gives me a flyer. I just drew Moon Circuit Hacker, so then I can just return the Searchlight to my hand, draw a card, and get a lot of value. Looks like they're wanting to attack with their Iron Apprentices, but we'll see. Ah, okay, so they're going to cast Simian Sling. They're up to 4 ticks on their Dragonspark Reactor. As I said, I did not think they were going to use that. Now they're going to reconfigure one of their Iron Apprentices with the Simian Sling. And probably attack for 3. Yep, that is fine. No blocks. Current score 17-20. We get an Uncharted Haven, which that is not something I'm really interested in casting right now. We are going to put an island into play. That gives us 2 islands, a swamp, and a forest. What I'm going to do is go to combat. I'm going to attack with both because it is a free board. Then I'm going to merge the Moon Circuit Hacker, my Searchlight Companion. What a wonderful bit of value here. Swing in for 3 there at 17 as well. I'm going to draw my card. I get a Network Disruptor. Fantastic. And then I have 3 mana. I think what I want to do at this point, I think I am going to get rid of their Dragonspark Reactor and just uber punish them. Okay, their reactor is exiled now. It's a lot of time and money not well spent. Their turn. They cast a swamp. They cast Runaway Trashbot. Okay. They attack for 3. Current score 14-17. They reconfigure their Trashbot. But now I have a fantastic card right here. Behold the Unspeakable. If you have a chance to draft this card in your colors, have fun. I'm going to cast Behold. Give all non-creatures, all of their creatures rather, -2, -0. I can swing with both of them if I wanted to, but there's really no point at this point. Yeah, actually, yeah, I can attack. There's nothing wrong with that. Both of them are -1 damage, -1 power rather, because of the first ability and Behold. Yeah, they block the Moon Circuit. That's fine. Whatever. Current score 14-16. Okay, opponent cast Heiko Yamakaze, the General. Trample whenever Samurai Warrior you control attacks alone. You may cast target artifact. You control from the graveyard. Okay, next is the second ability from Behold. I am currently scrying 2. I'm going to put a swamp on the bottom. I'm going to leave the Long Reach of Night on top so I can draw that card. It was fantastic. I also drawed an Awakened Awareness, which actually might be what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and play Uncharted Haven. Comes and play tapped. I'm going to add blue. We really need a blue here. A lot more blue. Okay, so let's see here. We can do Awakened Awareness for 0. Pay 0. Yep, confirm 0. We're going to put that on Heiko. Just a little 1/1 now. Okay, and then I'm going to cast 3 mana left. Searchlight Companion. Get another flyer out there. I'll choose my attackers. Okay. I don't really have anything I can attack with because all mine have base toughness of 1. So no attacks right now. But our board looks pretty good. We have 2 spirits, 1/1 spirits. We got a Searchlight Companion, which is also a 1/1 but a flyer. Then we have a Moon Circuit Hacker, which is a 2/1. Opponent has 2 Iron Apprentices, a Runaway Trash Bot, that's a 1/5. A Heiko, that is a 1/1 because of that enchantment. And then they cast a Chain Flail Centipede. And what they're wanting to try and do is trade their Iron Apprentices. I am not blocking those. I will take 2 damage all day on those. 12 to 16. Okay. Behold the Unspeakable is in play. Currently have a 5/5 flyer, thanks to 5 cards in my hands. Let's see here. Let's see what I want to do. Is it worth it to have an enchantment? I have an artifact with the Mimnock Sphere. I can cast Kami of Terrible Secrets, which would be very good. Long Reach of the Night, I'm not as crazy about. They have 1 card in hand, but they have 2 Iron Apprentices, which could just not be great. I think I might cast the Modern Age at this point, so I can loot. Yeah, I think that is the play. This leaves mana up for Tamio's Safekeeping that I've had in hand for a little bit. I can have a small combat trick. I think what I'll do is I will draw my card and... well, never mind, hang on. We got... Lethal Exploit. Ew, that's not good. Right on my vision of the Unspeakable, so that unfortunately dies. Wouldn't have mattered. They had enough to get it for 5. Okay, so I need to discard a card at this point. I drew a swamp. I have plenty of swamps. I don't need it. We're going to discard the swamp that we just drew. That's fine. It's fine. Something we didn't need in the first place. At this point, I think Long Reach of the Night's where we're at. Let's go ahead and cast that. Let's have them sacrifice a creature, which will surely be the Iron Apprentices. Yep. That is one of them. Okay, so they're down to 4 creatures. They've got a Trash Bot here that is a 2/5. Still not very scary. Something I can handle. Okay. No attacks at this point. We're both just kind of dirtling at this point. I think I have a better board presence at this point. They're kind of lacking on mana a little bit. They have 5 in total, whereas I have 6. I think they've missed a couple. They just have 1 card in hand. I still have 3, so I like where we are at this point. We've got a Modern Age that's going to be coming online here very soon. We've got the Long Reach of the Night that's coming in. I think we are looking pretty good. Okay, so they're attacking with everybody, and I can't say that I blame them. Let's see what happens. I actually think I might double block Heiko here. So I block with both. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the Heiko, and then I think I'm going to do the Moon Circuit Hacker to kill their Centipede as well. That can cause some problems here in the near future. I think I might actually do triple block the Heiko, because I'm thinking they're trying to get me with a combat trick. Let's see here. Sure. Adjusting how they're wanting to do their damage. I bet they've got a combat trick. Yeah, what you doing? You're looking at my stuff. Okay, twin shot sniper, sure. Yep. So Heiko's dead. That was going to be the trick there. And that was on me. I had the Tamiyo safekeeping. They channeled a twin shot sniper to do 2 damage to my hacker. So that let the centipede live. Let's see here. Okay. But that's on me. That's okay. I am in silver. I'm allowed to make mistakes. Okay, so Modern Age looting right now. We drew a network disruptor. Or discarding it. We already have one in hand. Now, Long Reach of the Night. They are sacrificing, their second Iron Apprentice to give their Simian Sling +1/+1. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so now they have a 2/2 on board with the Simian Sling, a 3/4 Trash Bot, and then a 2/2 Chain Flail Centipede. And I have a lowly 1/1 Spirit. All right. So, at this point, we need to get some stuff out there. Common Terrible Secrets, get out there. So, I have an artifact and enchantment. Auto tap, I tell you. You are something else. And now I don't have my green mana for Tamiyo safekeeping, but I was able to gain a life and draw a card. So, we will not attack at this point. I'll end my turn. I think at the end of their turn, though, I am going to go ahead and cash in my Hypnotic Sphere. It's not really doing that much for us right now. So right now, this 3/4 for the Kamigawa Terrible Secrets is stopping their board at this point. They did draw a card, and they're looking pretty hard here. I bet they're going to reconfigure. Oh no, they're casting Twisted Embrace. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay, on their Chainflail Centipede, yep. That makes sense. Okay, so now they got a 3/3 with the Chain Flail. I will have to block that. Yes. Okay. Well, this is not good. Not good at all. Past the blockers. I will block the 5/3, taking 5 damage. Okay, 4-16. Activate my sphere. Draw 2 cards. Let's go ahead and resolve that. Ooh, get a Toshiro. Okay, my turn. Okay, get Long Reach of the Night in the Modern Age, both coming into play here. So now we get a couple creatures on board. Okay, we got an 0/4 that turns into a 4/4 with the Animus, and then a 2/3 flyer. Okay, let's cast a forest. Let us also do Toshiro, because we are in trouble. Let us gain 2 life. Thank you. Okay, I want to do blue and blue. Armguard Familiar. Get that out. And then we've got enough for You Are Already Dead and 2 Tamiyo Safekeepings in hand. So combat tricks, plenty. Okay, let's turtle up. Okay, let's get the full control on here, because we are really going to have to pay attention moving forward. Okay, so they're going to reconfigure the Simian Sling onto their Centipede. Sure. Resolve that. It is now 4/4. Pass to combat. Pass to attacks. Okay, they are just attacking with their Chainflail Centipede. I'll resolve that. Pass to blockers. Choose our blocker. Just a lowly Armguard Familiar. That is all we're blocking with. Resolve that. We take the 1 damage due to the Simian Sling. Full control. Okay, cast Artemio Safekeeping. Let's make this thing live. 7 health. Cast a damage. Okay, they do their 2 damage. Then we cast You Are Already Dead onto the Chainfell Centipede, killing it. Okay, yay. We're doing something. I won't say we're doing great, but we are doing something. Okay, they just had a swamp in hand, so they do not have anything in hand. It's my turn. I get an Okiba Reckoner raid. Let's view the battlefield for Toshiro. Let us... I think, I think the safe pick is 2 health, but after getting the raid, I think we're fine. I'm going to give the Animus +2/+2 until end of turn, and then we're just going to smash in with that, because it will be a 7/6 with Menace. It's going to hurt. Let's go ahead and cast a Forest. I'm going to go ahead and put the raid in. Well, another thing I can do too is I can reconfigure. Yeah, let's reconfigure. With the Armed Guard Familiar, it is now 4/7. Let's go to combat. Animus is going to attack. So I'm trying to kill some of their people. So we got a 9/7 Menace blocking. They don't block. That's fine. They're down to 6. I have 8. I'm going to go ahead and end the turn. We have a Vector Glider still up. Let's see what they have. So as it is, they have... Okay. They cast an Undercity Scrounger. That's fine. Let's see what they do here. Oh, they do not reconfigure. Interesting. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's pass to attackers. They just attack with the Runaway Trash Bot. I think, yeah, I think we've got him. So let's go ahead and attack here with the 5. Make sure nothing's... Yep, okay. No blocks. Pass to damage. Okay, we're at 3. They're at 6. My turn. Okay. Toshiro comes into play. Reckoner Raid gains me a life, puts me at 4, puts them at 5. Okay. Let's cast Network Disruptor on their Simian Sling. I get the GGs. We will do the GGs. Go to combat. I will attack with both the Vector Glider and the Animus. And victory. All right. 1-1. Okay. Game 3, we are playing against somebody, and I'm not even going to begin to pronounce their name because it makes no sense whatsoever. Opponent goes first. We have a lot of lands here. And not good ones at that, so I'm not even going to worry about telling you what it is because it's a quick mulligan. Oh boy. Now we have 2 swamps, 2 forests, and a bunch of blue cards. Unfortunately, cannot keep that either. We're going to 5. Not a great start. Okay, here we go. Now we have an island, swamp, forest, Armed Guard Familiar, return to action, Dokuchi Shadow Walker, and a fade to Antiquity. Let us keep this. Kuchi, you're going back. And return to action. I don't think you're going to really do what we need you to right now. So we're going to be left with an Armed Guard Familiar and a fade to Antiquity. Let's hope we get some action. We draw a swamp for our first turn. The opponent plays plains. Okay. Well, let's cast our island and pass our turn. Another plains and still no plays from the opponent. That's fantastic. We like that. I'll go ahead and cast my swamp. And I want to cast Armed Guard Familiar. Ward 2, a quick creature gets +2/+1, has Ward 2. I can reconfigure 4, but as is, it is a 2/1. they're not going to be able to deal with that for a minute. Okay, their first creature, legendary creature, Norika Yamakaze the Poet. Whenever a samurai warrior you control attacks alone, you may cast target enchantment card from your graveyard this turn. Okay, that's fine. We draw Tamio's Safekeeping, and I tell you what, we are going to cast a forest and then go to combat. Let's just attack in there. Let's just see what they do. I don't think they're going to do anything with it, so they're probably going to just trade. If they do, we got Tamio's Safekeeping, and that's going to be fantastic. Yeah, they don't block it. I didn't think so, and that is fine. It's 2 damage where we get it. They cast another Plains. All white so far. Oh, okay. So they cast Befriending the Moths. That sounds like a fantastic target for our Fade to Antiquity. Sure. +1/+1 on Narika. Attack for 4 in the air. Score is 16-18. I would really hate for your Befriending the Moths to fade into Antiquity, but I'm afraid that's what's happening. I'll tell you what, we're going to try something else here. We're going to go ahead and go to combat first. See if we can really get something going here. I'll attack. Yep, they don't block. Okay, 2 more damage in. Let's go ahead and fade to Antiquity. You're Befriending the Moths. I do not want that on there, because that's a lot of damage. So, opponent has 5 cards in hands, and a Norika on the battlefield. They just cast his 7-tail Mentor. Sure. We have a forest, a swamp, and a Tamio Safekeeping in hand. So, we are losing right now. But score is 12-16 after this attack from our opponent. We're not looking pretty here. We definitely need some action at this point. We draw an Akiba Reckoner Raid on our turn. I want to go ahead and cast that swamp. Let's go ahead and put the raid out there. Okay, and now unfortunately I cannot attack into 2 3 toughness creatures. So we will just sit here and do nothing, unfortunately. And return. I really don't want to waste the safekeeping on trying to do just a block, so I don't think we will do that. Opponent just cast Tempered and Solitude, so they're going to be drawing a card if they attack with just 1. Let's see what they do. I figure they will. Okay. So they just attack with Norika here, as we thought. They get to exile the top card, and they can cast it this turn if they want. And it is a Region's Authority. Well, I'm surprised they're not just using that right now. Do I block? Well, that's just going to do a lot more damage. So it's going to do 6 damage, puts me down to 6. I've really got to defend myself at this point. Oh. Why, opponent, must you do this to me? Yeah, nah, I've got a block here with this familiar, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, that's fine. They're casting their Regent's Authority. I'm casting my Tamio Safekeeping. Very unfortunate, but here we are. This puts me up to 15. Saves a lot of damage. Okay. My turn. Reckoner Raid does its thing. Currently 16-14. I drew a Network Disruptor. I think the best way to go about this... I'm going to cast Network Disruptor and then I think reconfigure at that point, giving me a 3/2 flying permanent. So Network Disruptor comes into play. I want to go ahead and tap their Narika. And then I want to go ahead and reconfigure at this point to the Network Disruptor. So I have a 3/2 flyer. They have a 5/4 and a 2/3. But they are sitting prettier. I have a Reckoner Raid that's going to flip here next turn. They attack with the Norika. it looks like they get to exile planes. Not going to block. This puts me down to 11. Scores 11 to 14. They cast their exiled planes. And then they cast Peerless Samurai. I have seen so many red-white samurai and warrior decks here lately. Seem to be coming full circle. Okay, they casted Peerless Samurai and Imperial Subduer on their turn. So it's really not looking pretty for Team Seth here. And I, just to add salt to the wound, I draw a Thornwood Falls. Stuff I just truly don't need. I think at this point, I really need to go on the defensive. Yeah, well, it's going to be tough. Shoot. I want to keep this Thornwood Falls in hand just to make him kind of sweat it a bit. But I think I can go ahead and... Oh, man. I really should not attack with Network Disruptor. No attacks, unfortunately. But I think what I'm going to do is reconfigure to the Road Captain to make it a 4-3 with Ward 2. I got to try something. That way I can actually kill this Narika if I absolutely need to. Problem is, if I can kill Narika, which actually I'm not even going to be able to do, this is going to be real unfortunate. They're still going to have 2 2-3s and a 3-2. Okay, so they do attack alone with Narika. I'm definitely trading at this point. What do you have? You exiled a mountain. So what do you have? Wanderer's Intervention. Yep. They have to pay it, but they do. Yep. Definitely puts me in. Yeah. And then they just cast another Imperial Subduer. Then I draw out the Long Reach of Night. They have one card in hand. And just a board full. Yeah, I have to cast this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So they can sacrifice a creature unless they discard a card. I'll tell you what they do. They discard a Moth Rider Patrol. Sure. So no cards in hand, but quite the board presence on here. No attacks. And I can't reconfigure, unfortunately. But actually, that might not be the worst because they just have such a board presence that I should... Yeah, they attack with everything with 5 creatures. So I'm going to be blocking like this. Let's see here. I just need to kill somebody on this one. They do have a card in hand. Very quick to attack. It has Menace. This is damage here. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to block here. I want to block the Imperial Subduer with an Armgut Familiar, and then I want to block Narika with my Network Disruptor. Am I going to get got? No. Okay, I'm down to 4. But I don't know if I have anything. Yeah. I just drew Life of Toshiro, which would be great, but it's just too little too late. They just have too much of a board presence at this point. We'll go ahead and cast it, but getting 2 life, that puts me at 6. There's just no way, so we're just going to go ahead and concede this one. Good game opponent that I can't pronounce. 1 and 2. Game 4, we're going to play against Johnny Zio. And we will be on the play. And yeah, definitely a keepable hand. We have an island, a swamp, 2 force, a Network Disruptor, a Mnemonic Sphere, and a Dokuchi Shadow Walker. So we're going to go ahead and keep, especially if we're on the play. And we're going to be fast if we can. As fast as this deck will allow us to be. Cast our island, and then our Network Disruptor. Tapping our already tapped island. Pass turn. They cast a forest and pass their turn. Perfect. Let's go ahead and cast a Swamp. We'll attack with our Network Disruptor. 20 to 19. I'm also going to cast Mnemonic Sphere. Get a board presence out there. We drew Kami of Terrible Secrets. Not something we can play until turn 4, so got a little bit before we have any more action. Okay, opponent casts an island, so they're green-blue. I love that combo, which is what we're playing as well. Adding a little blue to it. Alright, we see that they play Containment Constructs, and they pass their turn. We draw You Are Already Dead. That's fantastic. I love it. Thankfully, we can just fly right over this Containment Construct, so we're going to go ahead and do that. 20 to 18. We're going to end our turn. We might even do our Sphere at the end of their turn. We have 4 cards in hand. Might as well just load up all we can. They have 6 cards in hand after playing an island. Oh, okay, the mirror match, huh? Let's see what happens. They have plenty of firepower as is right now, so they should be making plays here on turn 3. They are thinking. Okay, they play Searchlight Companion. It's very good. We have one of those as well. Looks like this is going to be the mirror match. See if they attack. They do with the Containment Construct. 18 to 18. Okay, we activate our Sphere. Draw 2 cards. We draw a Network Disruptor and a Moon Circuit Hacker. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. My turn. We draw a Grafted Growth. This one's starting to fire on more cylinders here at this point, so I'm not going to try and jinx it, but I think we're faring a little bit better than we have been here in recent games. I think, well, I can't do everything that I want to do, which is very unfortunate. Okay, so I drew a Grafted Growth. I'm going to go ahead and cast that on the island that we'll have open left. Yeah, target a land, we'll target that island. Okay, put a 1/1. Yep, so we can attack there. At this point, now we've got a 2/2 Network Disruptor. I'm going to go ahead and attack. Let's see what happens. If I can, it's kind of inefficient, but I want to get that Moon Circuit Hacker out there. Let's see what they do. They don't. Okay, so Moon Circuit Hacker it is. Ninjutsu, get in there. Yep, return this Network Disruptor. A little inefficient, but I love card draw. 18-16. Let's draw this card. We draw a Swamp. That's fine. I think we're actually in a good place. We have 6 cards in hand, 2 Network Disruptors, a Swamp, Kami Terrible Secrets, You're Already Dead, and the Dokuchi. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. They play Modern Age on their turn, so they're currently looting. Let's see what they do. They discard a Forest. Trying to go through the Containment Construct here, so they've got a little bit of a combo with the Construct and any looting, so that is fine. Okay, attack phase, they attack with all. So that'd be 4 damage to me. Yeah, that's fine. 14 to 16. And they have 1 Swamp open. Ooh, and then we just drew Fade to Antiquity. Fade into Antiquity. I keep saying Fade to Antiquity. Well, that is very interesting. I think, I could do a real good gotcha here by doing Fade into Antiquity on their Modern Age. Kind of gets rid of some of their value. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, they have 2 open mana, excuse me. I just looked. Just looked like they had the 1 Swamp. Okay, so Modern Age is exiled. Let's go ahead and we have 3 mana available. Let's go ahead and go to combat at this point. Ooh, they're thinking. Let's see what they have. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attack with our Moon Circuit Hacker. Get 2 damage in there. 14 all. And then we get to loot. We already have a lot of really good stuff. I think because all their stuff is 1 toughness, you are already dead, is not really... Yeah, we just drew a geothermal Kami, so that is fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and discard the you are already dead. That's not really going to do much for us. Okay, let's end the turn and be very happy with where we are. Both of us have 5 cards in hand. Very slow, grindy match. Much more my pace. Okay, they attack with all again. Swinging for 4. Opponent is thinking still. Yeah, okay, so, yep, they ninjutsu a Moon Snare Specialist, returning their companion, which in turn returns my Moon Circuit Hacker. 9-14. Okay, no, it's a good play. And they cast Bamboo Grove Archer. I wish I had picked one of those up. I didn't see one, unfortunately. Okay, my turn. Cast Thornwood Falls. Go back up to 10. And then I think it's time for, let's see here, a Network Disruptor. I'll go ahead and cast that. Tapping their Bamboo Grove Archer. Yeah, because everything else is tapped here. So that allows me to do Kami of Terrible Secrets, which also gives me the bonus because I have an artifact and an enchantment thanks to the Grafted Growth. Now they're going to have a little trouble attacking into this. They still have the Searchlight Companion, which we know about, and 4 additional cards. Currently 11-14. My board presence isn't as much as theirs, but I have the biggest creature, which says something as well. So, right now I have a Kami of Terrible Secrets and a Network Disruptor. They have a Containment Construct, a 1/1 Spirit, Moonsnare Specialist, and a Bamboo Grove Archer. So, pretty even right now at this point. I may be lower on life total, but I think we're doing okay with the stuff we have in hand. They cast High Speed Hover Bike. Sure, they tap my Kami of Terrible Secrets. They attack with all. At this point, yeah, I think what I'd like to do, they have 3 open mana, which they probably cast the Searchlight Companion at that point. And they can also crew. Yeah, they can crew there with the hover bike. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and block the Containment Construct because I don't really want them getting that kind of value out of it. So, I'm okay to trade here. So now we're down to 8. Yep, they cast a Searchlight Companion, which I figured they might. So, they definitely have more of a board presence now at this point, but I think that is going to change here very soon. Okay. Now, let's see here. I think it's time we just start getting stuff out there. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to work with. So we have plenty of mana to work with, which is great. I think this may be getting a little too cute, but I think I'm going to cast the Geothermal Kami. Returning my Grafted Growth. Yes. And I'm going to cast my Grafted Growth on my other island. That leaves me 2 mana, and then I can target a creature or vehicle to put a +1/+1. I can give, I think what I want to do is, I want to give my Kami +1/+1. So now I have 2 4-power creatures on the board. And now, I think another thing too is that I want to put the Moon Circuit Hacker out. Just casting. Just casting. We just need to get a board presence now at this point. Do I attack with the Kami at this point? No, I don't think I do because they can kill it at this point. So let's turtle up just a little bit. I have to turtle up quite a bit. I'd like to be more on the aggressive side. It's very unfortunate. Okay, yeah, that's real unfortunate. Opponent's turn, they cast Behold the Unspeakable, which is a card that I really like. This is truly a mirror match. Okay, so they attack with their 2 flyers, the Hover Bike and the Searchlight Companion for 3. 8 to 14. Oh, we draw our own Behold the Unspeakable. Fantastic. I think that one right there is worth attacking with. Okay, we need to get the Coochie out at this point. I think the best way to do this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So what I could do, I can't do everything. Shoot, that's not good. I think it's more important that we get the Coochie out at this point, because then the hold will really help out whenever we're down to 0 cards. Okay, nope, that's fine. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll go ahead and cast Network Disruptor here. We'll tap their Bamboo Grove Archer. We're going to go ahead and go to combat. We're going to go ahead and attack with the Geothermal and both the Kammis. Not funny. The Geothermal, Kami of Terrible Secrets. Haha. Let's see what happens. Hopefully they don't block both of them. But they've got 2 spirits that are just kind of hanging out. I kind of figure that's what they're going to do. If they let one go, though, the Coochie's coming in. Yes, they do not block. So, Coochie, get in there. Bring back my Kami. Okay. That was 7 damage there. Now they're down to 7. I can cast the Kami again, which I think I'm going to do. And we'll go ahead and return. I think what I'd like to do is return the... Yeah, I want to return that Grafted Growth again. Gain 3 life. Behold the Unspeakable, the second turn on for theirs. So they have more than 1 card, so they're scrying 2, and they will get to draw 2 cards. 2 top. That is scary. Boseiju reaches skyward. Cool. Okay. They got the nut, like, Sultai deck that I wish I could have had. Mine was definitely a lesser of the lesser version of this. But, hey, we will make do. We will make do. They did not attack. They passed turn. Running scared. I like that. But they have a lot of stuff coming into play here, so I can't blame them for wanting to just hold back a bit. I'm going to go ahead and cast my Grafted Growth. I drew a Forest for turn, so I'm going to go ahead and cast that. Do my Grafted Growth. Yep. Now I'm going to put a 1/1 counter on. Oh, let's see. I think the Network Disruptor, that way I at least have 2 power on every single creature of mine, which could kill many, many of their creatures. Now, it's time for our own Behold the Unspeakable. That's really going to help us out a lot. Now, so creatures I don't control get that. Yep, that's great. Now, attackers, is it worth it? The Bamboo Grove Archer can block. There's really no point. The Dokuchi, yeah. I could attack with... Yeah. Okay. I'll attack with both the Kami and the Dokuchi. And probably the Kami. That might be a bit aggressive. Actually, I'm going to hold the Kami back a bit here. Maybe playing scared, but it's not fun. Actually, no, I really should attack with that. Okay, so this really puts them in a position. Okay, they block a Kami with the Spirit, and they also block the Dokuchi, and they block the Geothermal with their Moonsair Specialist. Okay, so that was good. That was actually really profitable there. So they are down to 2 creatures, plus a Hover Bike, but they get their Behold the Unspeakable, which is a 6/6 flyer. Yeesh. Okay, it's probably good that I attacked with that because we need to put as much pressure as possible on them. Score is we have 11, they have 7. They have a Bamboo Grove Archer, a Searchlight Companion, a 6/6 Vision of the Unspeakable, and a high-speed hover bike, and then a Besiege coming in next turn. We have Behold the Unspeakable that's going into its second phase. They cast the Kunai, which is very unfortunate because they can kill a lot of my creatures that way. But we have, let's see after this. Okay, so right now we have a Kami, a Kuchi, a 2/2 Network Disruptor, a Moon Circuit Hacker, and a 4/5 Kami of Terrible Secrets. Okay, Behold the Unspeakable. We draw an island for turn, but we get to draw 4 cards, which is going to be awesome. Johnny Zio is contemplating his choice. Oh my god, that was probably the worst possible draw 4 I've ever seen in my life. I'll tell you exactly what we draw. Swamp, Swamp, Uncharted Haven, and Forest. This is an ASMR, so I'm not going to scream, but inside, my heart is imploding. So just be with me during this time. Well, because why not? I actually don't want to cast anything because then, I'll just have a larger vision at that point. So, let's see. Be too aggressive to actually attack into this, so I think we need to kind of turtle up a bit. That's kind of unfortunate, but I really want to get this Behold into play. No attacks. We'll pass turn. Opponent does have 2 forests in hand out of their 5 cards. So they just have action for 3 of their cards, and then Bosiege's coming. The Kunai is killing my Geothermal Kami, which can't say I blame him there. So now we're staring at a 6/6 Vision and then a 7/7 Branch of Besiege. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Opponent is attacking with their Vision. We're currently at 11. The Bamboo Grove Archer can block this Disruptor, so can the Companion, so can the High-Speed Hoverbark. Okay, we're going to go ahead and block with the Network's Disruptor at this point. You have done your job, and you have done it well. Okay, so we blocked 2 of it, down to 7. 7 all. I'm not feeling great about our position, especially after that horrendous draw that we had. I guess if there is a silver lining, those are 4 cards we would have been drawing. Oh, they have their own Geothermal Kami to gain their life. Sure. What are they going to return? They have to return some. Well, no, they don't actually. Never mind. Okay, they just avoid it. And lucky us, we drew an island. I hate this game sometimes. Wow. That was... Oh, I'm rubbing my temples right now. I have a headache. I don't know why. Our timer is slowly dwindling down because I'm Sag. Pass turn. No attacks. Vision is now 6/6. Branch is a 7/7. Opponent is taking their sweet, sweet time. They decide to attack with a whole bunch of stuff here. I can't say that I blame them. They crew their high-speed hoverbike and they attack with everybody. Well, we will definitely be blocking. So let's see here. They have 3 flyers. Okay. I will block the Kami for a Kami. Vision for a Vision. Oh, man. And then I could double block the branch with the Coochie and the Hacker. I have a feeling we're just going to get absolutely wrecked here. Okay, here goes my entire field. Give me your best, Johnny Zio. Let's see those trick plays. No trick plays. Now that's interesting. They play an island, and then they play the Modern Age. They loot. 4-7. They play Reckoner Bankbuster. But they can't crew it. Oh, man. I tell you. If we had not drawn land after land after lands, I just drew the Arm Guard Familiar to give my Kami +2/+1, making it a 6/6. What is really unfortunate is I can't even attack with it. Well, let's go ahead and get it out there. I have plenty of mana for it. I'm trying to decide if I need to reconfigure. Am I getting crabbed here? No, okay. I was like, just please. Okay, so what they're going to attack with, I have 4 mana. They're going to attack with a bike and a companion. And the Bankbuster. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and reconfigure. We got to stop that Bankbuster and make it a little bit more difficult to kill this Kami. No attacks. We are completely miserable, San Diego. They draw with the Bankbuster. They loot with the Modern Age on their turn. They cast a Swamp. They crew the Hoverbike with their Bamboo Grove Archer. Interesting. Okay. They're attacking for 3 in the air. Can you push 1 more damage? Yes, you can. Suiting up. Good game. And that is all she wrote for this disappointing deck. Well, 1-3, not the set we were hoping for, but the one we got. So, that's okay. It's still fun to play, and we will do more of these. So, nice quick way to listen to some games. Have a little ASMR session, and thank you for your time. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.